Yes,
Hello,
I
Annabelle,
can
can
hear
you hear
you.
me? Okay, let's wait some minutes before your classmates arrive.
Mm.
So how has been your week? Are you working now? Are you at your work site?
No, I am at my home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Today I didn't have classes. Last Friday I couldn't assist because I have classes.
Yes, of course. I understand that this is a very hard period of time for university students. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So let's wait a little bit. So because today we are going to have a very communicative activity, a lesson. That's gonna be some useful phrases to talk about problems and solutions because that is one of the topics that you will have to read and to work with for the final project. Okay, so
Okay.
the information that we can find today it's going to be useful and necessary in order to develop our final project.
Okay.
So let's wait some more minutes. Did you check the platform? Could you check because there are some activities that I have uploaded there.
Yes, I have just checked in. I saw it.
Okay. Did you happen to have any problem or is the platform working well for you?
It's working well. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Just asking to see if there was any inconvenience. So let's wait a little bit more so that we can have other classmates because today is going to be, as I told you, a very communicative lesson. So we need to talk and interact with other people.
Okay. Mm.
Did you happen to review the activities? I mean, did you do it? If you want, we can review some vocabulary now so that you will get the pace because you've been absent from some lessons. Maybe we can review some vocabulary before your classmates arrive,
Uh-huh.
and then we can continue the activity.
Okay. Yes, I checked the homework, but I didn't read it.
Okay, yes, well, there is a listening activity, there is also a reading one, and for one activity you have to watch a video
Mm-hmm.
and then answer some questions about that specific video. So um, maybe that's something that you have to do because it's related to the module number 3, that's sustainability and the mining industry. Vamos trabajando todo lo que es more friendly, eco-friendly ways to work with the environment. Hemos encontrado algunos casos, discutido con tus compañeros algunos artículos periodísticos que tratan de esta idea de cuál es el impacto ambiental que tiene la actividad minera, ¿sí? En algunas provincias específicas, ¿sí? En este caso, hemos trabajado con el de Lithium Triangle, el triángulo del litio, so that is Argentina, Bolivia, and Peru. Yes, so those places, those countries, they are always in the middle of a problem related to these environmental problems and issues. That's why we're working with that specifically. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to share you some of the activities that we've done last class so that maybe you can read a little bit and talk a little bit more about these activities. And let's see, so that you can have a stand and you can have an idea of what we've been working with and uh, state your opinion, because this is one of the most important activities that you will need to do in order to develop your final project. And so there's
Okay.
a need. So in this case, I'm gonna share you. This is the link that we've been working with last class. So, okay.
Yes.
When you get there, I'm gonna share the screen.
Yes, I am ready.
You're there? Okay.
Yes.
So this is one of the activities that we did last class. It was to talk about a specific issue, a real situation. So was related to a newspaper article that talks a little bit about an issue related to the mining impact on the environment. And so some of your classmates, they have been working with this idea and they had to complete this very short fact file. Okay, so where, when, what happened, let's describe the problem, any problems, any possible solutions that you have to complete. There is this article that I would like you to read. It sucks a little bit from Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. That's the lithium triangle that we've been working
Mhm.
with, and a little bit of explanation of a problem that was stated according to this article. Okay.
Okay.
And the idea is that you can extract the very specific details that we are asking for example, when, where, what was the problem, maybe to limit the problem and state, if possible, any solutions to that problem. Okay, so this is the format that you'll have to follow. And in case there are some possible solutions that you consider important to share, it's going to be really helpful for all of us that you describe them. Okay, so
Okay.
just try to complete this fact file, where, when, what happened. Remember that we are working on one of the grammar point is the simple past. Okay, so
Yeah.
this idea of using ed, adding ed to the end of the verb, is we are
Mhm.
talking about regular verbs. So pay attention because all the article is written in this simple past form of the verbs.
Okay.
Okay, so take some minutes. You
Mhm.
can um, edit the slides. So please do that activity while we wait a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Whenever you are ready or when you finish reading the article, just raise your hand here on Zoom so I know that you are ready and we can continue with activities, okay? If you need, and also if you need any assistance with the vocabulary or any structure, please just let me know so that we can work on that.
Okay. Think that I am ready.
Okay, perfect. So the text, the article number 3 talks about this lithium mine that, according to the author, according to the writer of that article, stated that it didn't respect the community's rights in Argentina. Okay, so
Yes.
what information would you like to add? or to talk, to explain where did it happen, when did it happen, what happened, what was the situation about this specific place.
Yes, well, the problem happened in Jujuy specifically.
Mhm.
The problem was that the companies have to agree with the local communities that they can extract the mineral.
Yes,
The problem was that the companies were not giving the communities the place to talk or to agree with them. And also the community said that they didn't present all the information about the pollution, the water pollution, and the other pollution that can cause the extraction of the mineral.
perfect. So there was a lack of communication
Yeah,
between the authorities and the community.
yeah, that was the problem.
Very good. Did you think about any possible ideas that would be useful in this situation?
Well, I think that the companies have to make the to talk with the communities, but if they are not doing it, the communities can have a lawyer to help with the situation.
Perfect, yes. And even though this problem already happened, there is always like the best solution is to work before there is a problem. Okay, so for any mining project that is going to be developed at any area, there should be all of these pollution analyses and all the information in order to set up a mining project more, I mean, with more emphasis if it is related to an area that there is a town that there are people around. Okay, so that is going to be one of the most important aspects to consider in order to develop or to settle a mining project. Perfect. Right, Annabelle. Okay, now let's move to the activity that it was planned for today.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to share the presentation that is for today. Okay. Very good. Can you see? I mean, you
Yes,
happen
I
to
can.
see the presentation? Perfect. So today it's our 12th lesson. So let's work with this activity. It's related about problem solving because one of the aims and goals of this module is that you can present, that you can talk about problems, but also how to state solutions, okay? Well, in pairs, we're not going to work in pairs. There are some sentences here, as you can see, and they have some questions, phrases or words that are underlined. Yes, so these terms that are underlined are going to be our specific topic today. Yes, phrases to talk about problems and giving solutions. Please have a look at them and let's try to think about the meaning of it. What are they used for? So that we can have a look at it. So the first one, if you have a problem with your computer, call Mike. He's very good at troubleshooting. So troubleshooting, what do you consider according to the context of the sentence? Um, what do you think this means? Or what do you think we talk about? Or what do we refer to when we mention this word troubleshooting?
Someone who can solve the problem.
Okay, perfect. So let's read the next sentences and then we're going to work with the vocabulary. that is related to this idea of problem solving. Read them so that we can work with all those terms and then apply them, of course. Okay, let's go with the second sentence, please. Read it, this, Annabelle.
Okay, you could try emailing Kate. It's a bit of a long shot, though. She rarely replies.
Perfect. Next one, after a slight hiccup, we managed to launch the product on time. What do you consider, even though we are talking about hiccup here, but launch, what do you think launch means?
Um,
Launch the product.
when the product arrives.
In this case,
Develop.
very good, yes, to develop, lanzar, yes, to use it to show this product to the society, to the rest of the people who may or might like it. Okay, number 3, taking out a loan to pay for your bills is just a quick fix. You will need to find a more permanent solution. A quick fix, what do you consider a quick fix?
Fast solution.
Perfect, something that it's fast, but it's not permanent. So it's something that for the moment, yes?
Okay.
Lack of employee motivation is a serious obstacle to a company's financial success. Okay, obstacle, it's a very transparent word, similar to Spanish, so we know the meaning about that. The television screen isn't very clear. I think there must be some sort of defect. Also, another word that is really similar to its synonym in Spanish. The last one, scientists are studying long-term solutions to the problem of global warming. So long-term solutions, what do you think means?
A solution that permanent, that continue in time.
Yes, it's a permanent solution. It's the opposite of a quick fix. Okay, very good. Now, let's see. These are some of the words that we've been working with. And so troubleshooting, hiccup, long shot, quick fix, obstacle, long-term solutions, and defect. The number one, sentence number 1 is already done as an example. So a technical problem that prevents something from working properly, that is considered a defect. Let's see, then we have the rest of the definitions, and let's try to match each definition to the word or the term.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. What about definition number 2? A problem which causes a delay, but it's not very serious.
Is a hiccup.
Yes, very good. So this is gonna be a hiccup. It's gonna be number 2. Perfect. What about number 3? We're talking about a solution that has little chance of being successful. I mean, there is a possible solution, but we know that it's not gonna be successful, that it will not have a positive um, effect. Which one do you think? I mean, which term refers to that, to the solution that has little chance of being successful?
A long shot.
Perfect. Yes, it's a long shot. Something that it's possible, but we know that it won't work. Finally, it won't work. Very good. Let's see. Number 4, there's something that prevents you from making progress.
An obstacle.
Yes, great. That is an obstacle. Number 5, a fast and easy solution that solves a problem, but only for a short period of time.
It's a quick fix.
A quick fix, yeah, something that we can do, it can solve the problem, but it's not gonna be permanent. Number 6, discovering and solving problems. That is a skill, una habilidad. Discovering and solving problems. Which
Yes.
term refers to that?
Troubleshooting.
Yeah, great. Troubleshooting. Number 6, that was troubleshooting. Number 7, solutions that solve a problem for an extended period of time.
The long-term solution.
Perfect. Long-term solutions. Okay, there we have a very quick question. Can you think of any other examples of quick fixes or long-term solutions? It was related to the world of work, but we can apply at our everyday activities some quick fixes or long-term solutions. Can you think of any problem that you may have faced related to, I don't know, studying in your case, when you had to hand in a project on time, or anything that you consider that can be an example of a quick fix or a long-term solution?
For example, when we have a project to do,
Mhm.
sometimes even if we have a long time, we cannot make it in the right time. So a
Yes,
long-term solution could be to do a program or something that we can advance a little bit or every day, so we can have the project.
perfect. To schedule, yes,
Yeah.
to organize and to say, okay, today, let's say to divide the big task in very small tasks. Okay, that's gonna be a long-term solution. Okay, and what about quick fixes? Something that it's just for the moment, just for this, to solve the problem. It solves the problem, but it won't be permanent. It it can be any situation at home or any activity that you consider that can be that is considered as a quick fix, something that is an easy solution but solves the problem just for the moment.
Um, for an example, in construction,
Mm-hmm.
when something drops or falls, you
Mm-hmm.
can put some signal so that people don't go in that place, but it's not permanent because it can happen in other places or it can happen again.
Yes, and also that is not only it's a quick fix, but also it will lead to another problem on the long term because, for example, there is some falling or an object is on the floor and somebody goes and sleeps on that object, it will cause another, let's say, bigger problem. Okay,
Yeah.
so very good. That is a quick fix, something that we tend to do at everyday situations, because they are easier to perform, they are easier to apply, contrary to the long-term solutions, as we talked about here. So scientists are studying long-term solutions to the problem of global warming. When we talk about global warming, it's not something that we can use a quick fix there, because there's not something like, okay, we are going to close all the companies, all the industries are going to stop producing, because that's not something that is going to happen. That's not realistic. So for bigger problems, we tend to use or tend to need long-term solutions, not only quick fixes that are going to solve the problem just for a very short period of time. Okay, very good. So when we talk about problems, when we want to describe a problem, there are some adjectives that we can use in order to describe them, to give a little bit more explanation or a little bit more information about those problems. Okay, so there you have some adjectives that can be used in order to describe the problems that you want to talk about. So there it is: critical, insignificant, irrelevant, minor, ongoing, persistent, severe, trivial, unimportant, and urgent. Pay attention to the prefixes that we have. For example, here we all know the adjective important, but it is important to consider that there is a prefixes, the prefix here that makes them as a negative adjective. So unimportant or urgent. The same here, significant, and then if we add the prefix "n", it will change the meaning. The same with irrelevant, something is relevant, but if we add this prefix, it will turn on the opposite. Okay, so which of these adjectives that we have just seen describe problems or issues that usually need serious attention?
The critical, persistent, severe, urgent, and ongoing, I think.
Okay, very good. So let's try to talk about each of them. Critical, what do you consider critical means? It's related to the Spanish meaning also, critical, algo que es crítico. What about insignificant? Significant.
Something that is not critical.
Yeah, something that is not as important as some other issues. Irrelevant.
Yes, something that has not is not significant.
Yes, that has no relevance, that is not important. Minor.
Something that is a little bit important.
Yes, okay. Considering bigger problems, it's going to be a minor issue, a minor situation. An ongoing.
Something that is more important.
Yes, in this case, it's an ongoing that is happening at the moment. Yes, it's an ongoing, recurrente, it's happening now. Okay, persistent.
Something that continues in the time.
Yes, perfect. Severe.
Similar with critical.
Yes, there's something that is really important that we have to take considerations about that. Trivial.
Something that is not important.
Yeah, something that is related to everyday activities, that is, it doesn't have that is not important according to what we think about what is our degree of importance. Unimportant, the same, yes, this idea of is something that may not be significant for anybody. And urgent, what does urgent mean?
Something that have to be solved in the moment.
Yes, okay, when we need to solve something right now at the moment of speaking that needs fast and serious attention. Very good. Okay, so let's think about these ideas of these adjectives because we are going to need them in order to describe some problems when we are talking to somebody else for our conversations, future conversations. So in order to add these adjectives to the dialogues that we are going to create. Okay, so let's describe, there are some situations, some problems. Let's try to use the adjectives from this previous exercise. Let's read them. All of these situations, some of are related to our everyday life so that we can use these adjectives that we have just seen. Okay, so for example, number one, you are stuck in traffic and will be a few minutes late for your English lesson. What do you think? How will you describe this problem according to these adjectives? Critical, irrelevant, minor, ongoing, persistent. Which adjective do you consider describes the situation?
Like ongoing.
Okay, yes, it's something that is happening. And it's gonna be some minutes, few minutes. So we can also call it a minor problem. Okay, it's not that we are arriving late for our no a very important presentation or a very important project that we are due to present that day. Okay, so it's a lesson and it's just some few minutes that you're going to be late, and also because you're stuck in traffic, something that is not that's something that you cannot control. Okay, so then maybe we can consider them as minor problem. Let's read about the rest of the situations, and according to you, of course, for you it may be more important than for the rest of us. Okay, so according to you, try to use an adjective that describes the situation from the ones we've been working with.
Okay.
So that we will share about. Okay, let's go and let's argue, let's discuss about item number 2. Your computer suddenly breaks down. How would you consider that problem?
Something urgent.
Yes, something urgent that needs to be repaired as soon as possible. And will you use a quick fix or a long-term solution?
A quick fix for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
If someone can borrow a computer or something like that, and
Yes.
then we can we I forgot the word, and then we can have a long-term solution.
Yes, a long-term solution that is going to be, I don't know, taking it to the technical services or maybe buying a new computer or
Mhm.
something that will solve the problem in a permanent way. Perfect. Number 3, this is more as for daily situation, daily activity. You're making breakfast and you discover that you have run out of coffee. Run out of means that you don't have. Se acabó, in this case, coffee.
Yes,
What,
it's
what do you consider
minor.
that? Okay, it's a minor, maybe something, maybe somebody who really needs a cup of coffee to start the day and it's really necessary for them. Maybe they're going to categorize it as a urgent problem.
Mhm.
So, according to this idea of thinking about everyone's differences, so considering, okay, maybe for me it's gonna be a minor problem because I don't depend on coffee to start my day, but considering all different realities, it can be an urgent problem for somebody else. Very good. What about number 4? One of your coworkers is late for work almost every day.
Yes, that's something persistent.
Mhm. Yes, that is persistent. That's something that happens the same way every day for almost, yes, in this case, for almost every day. It's something that also needs to be repaired, needs to be solved. And
Mhm.
would you consider it as a critical problem or maybe a minor problem?
I think that are critical because
Mhm.
it's a coworker, so I probably have to work with them, and maybe he is very important part of the work.
Yes, of course, because at the same time, it may share responsibilities, I mean, with you, and so will be you will be working as a double staff. Very
Yeah.
good. So that is going to be, and what would be a quick fixed or a long-term solution for that situation? Do you have any idea? How would you react according to that?
Um, a long-term solution, for example, is that the bosses
Mm-hmm.
tell them something on, and maybe a quick fix if someone else can do the same work.
Okay. Yes, to maybe to change his or her schedule to let them arrive, I don't know, 5 minutes late, and somebody is going to, okay, somebody is going to complete the tasks. Very good. Number 5, a financial crisis has seriously, affected your company's profits. How would you describe that problem?
Is severe.
Mm-hmm. Very good. There's going to be a really severe problem. It's urgent. Okay. And number 6, finally, you are in an important business meeting and it starts to rain outside.
That's insignificant.
Yes, because it doesn't affect the
Mhm.
meeting. It's something that will, I mean, will happen just for a short period of time and it's just raining. I mean, it's not a storm or something more serious and it's something insignificant. I mean, yes, that's something that is not important at all. Very good. Let's Continue. Okay, now we are going to listen to some dialogues in which they talk a little bit about some problems and some solutions. I'm going to stop sharing here so that I can send you the link and you can get there. Let's see. No, this is not. You will have to download it and listen to it by yourself so that you can pay attention. You can pause it if you need it.
Okay.
2 minutes. This is, I'm gonna send the link. It's here. Okay, please let me know if you can download it. The dialogue explains or presents this audio, sorry, this audio presents two dialogues that are related to some situations that may happen at the work site. It is related to a company, so please let me know if you can download the file.
Te pidió el acceso.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. I will give you access to that.
Okay.
So that you can, yes, here it is. So there you should be able to listen to it. Okay. Whenever you have that file, let me know, please.
Yes, and now I have.
Okay, you have it. Okay, so listen to this. Usually when we make a listening activity, we tend to do it 3 times. Okay, first time is just to get used to the sound, to the words, to everything that is going on, to the situation, listen to the surrounding, everything that helps you know what we are talking about or what we are going to listen. Okay, the second time we are going to listen to it and think about the activities that we need to do. Okay,
Okay.
and then the third and last time we are going to listen it again and just to confirm what we have just done. Okay, so we say this is going dialogue number 1. Okay, when I listen to this to the audio the last time, we are just confirming that what we have heard before is what we are going to give as a final answer. Okay, so 3 times, listen to this and pay attention. This is like the activity that you have to complete in the first time. So which dialogue involves a technical problem? In which dialogue was the problem solved? And finally, in which dialogue was the problem considered very urgent? So it's dialogue number 1, number 2, or you can answer both if it is number 1 and number 2. Okay, listen to it. ready, just whenever you're ready, just let me know so that we can share the answers to this. Okay, so you just raise your hand. That's on Zoom, and I know that you're ready.
Okay.
Just remain in the outbox and don't get sent.
Have you tried closing and opening the program?
Yes, I have.
Okay, let's see. So just for the very first time, let's see. Which dialogue involves a technical problem?
It was the first one.
Yeah, so the first dialogue, number one, talks about some technical problem. What about the second activity? Which dialogue was the problem solved?
In both of them was solved.
Okay,
In
yes.
the first one, well, the man, the technique, they said that they were going to go to the house so they can solve the problem.
Yes.
And in the second one, they also say to postpone the presentation and send them the.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So there was a presentation, there was an idea of providing a solution for each of these problems. Number three, in which dialogue was the problem considered very urgent?
In the second one.
Yes. Why do you consider that it was very urgent?
Because the presentation was happening that moment and they lost the PowerPoint. So they have to have a fast solution to continue
Perfect,
the
yes.
presentation.
There was a situation, there was a conference, and it's not something that you can reschedule. It's something that must be solved as a quick fix in order to try to give a solution to that problem. Very good. Okay. Now, according to this, using this audio as a base, we have some specific activities regarding to these two dialogues. I will send you the link to this, and it's gonna be, there are some activities that we'll have to complete in order to show that we understood this idea and these two dialogues. Okay, here it is. I will send you the link here. Okay. So we will have a look at it. It's here. Okay, so the first one, task number 1, listen to 2 telephone dialogues and complete it. We have just already done that. So the first activity is that we need to complete, well, this, what happened here? Okay, so we'll have to complete this listening activity with the phrases that we listen to. Okay, so this is the dialogue. There are some missing parts. Okay, there are some questions, and we need to complete it in order to use then those phrases. Okay, we will do it together. So that was dialogue number 1, and then here it is dialogue number 2. Okay. Then task number 2 is gonna be to classify these expressions that were taken from the dialogues into the following categories. That is what we are going to do now together as well. So let's pay attention to this one. Finding out more details. What is that? Why do we use that for? Finding out more details. What does it mean?
To know more about the problem.
Yes, to know exactly, to know more details about the problem so that we can offer a suitable solution, yes? The more we know about the problem, the better we can solve it. Very good. And let's see. Which of these phrases that are on this blue chart do you consider is going to be finding out more details?
Can you be more specific? The number 2.
Yes, perfect. Then other category, diagnosing a problem. What expressions, what phrases, what terms can we use in order to diagnose a problem?
The number 3, have you tried?
Yes, okay. Have you tried? What about? Okay, so did you do that? In order, it's also knowing more details, but diagnosing a problem is giving short solutions. Say, okay, did you do that? Did you complete that? Did you? So that we are narrowing, ¿sí? Estrechando, mermando, narrowing the possible solutions to find the best one. Okay, very good. Then making a suggestion. Can
The
you
number
find an
6,
example?
for example, it could have something to do with.
No, that's not an example because it says it could have something to do with, podría estar relacionado con, so that is going to be a diagnosis of problem. So making a suggestion.
What I suggest is that, the number 13.
Yes, okay, very good. Accepting a suggestion. Yes, because when somebody does, makes a suggestion to us, there are 2 options. We can accept that suggestion, or maybe we can dismiss something that we don't consider it's going to be useful. Okay, so which option do you think it's for accepting a suggestion?
The right, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. And finally, rejecting, okay, no, rejecting a suggestion.
The one that says, I'm not sure about that idea.
Yes, I'm not sure about that idea. I don't think it's gonna be useful for me. That's not the best solution. Very good. And finally, taking action. Okay, in these dialogues, which one do you think it's gonna
Uh,
be?
I'll come over.
Yes, very good. I'll come over, I'll send down. When we use its idea of a will as a future, I will, it's something, it's a promise that we are going to do in order to solve a problem, an issue. Okay, that is going to be activity number 2. And then task number 3, there are some others expressions that we can use, and we must classify them into these ideas: declaring a problem, rejecting a suggestion, making a suggestion, taking action, or accepting a suggestion. Okay, so the first one, we're going to do this together, listening to the presentation, because there is kind of a technical problem here, because these are the phrases and I don't know why it is blank.
Yes,
So it usually works properly, but I don't know what's happening now. Okay, so it's according to a technical problem. So let's make it a quick fix, and we are going to do this together. Okay, so I will play the audio so that we can listen to it, and we are going to go deep, little by little, knowing these phrases are the ones we need to use. Okay.
Okay.
The ones that we have just talked about: I'm having trouble, can you be more specific? These are the ones that we need in order to complete the dialogue. Okay, let's go. So I will listen to this audio and we will let me know if you can hear it properly, and we will work with that. Dialogue 1. Can you listen to it?
Yes, yes.
Technical support. What seems to be the problem? Can you give me more specific? Have you tried closing and opening the What about restarting your computer? I don't think so. Everything's working fine for me. Sounds like you may have somehow altered the settings on your email. Either that or it could have something to do with your internet connection. In that case, it's probably your settings. I'll come over and try to sort it out. Okay, so that is dialogue number 1. Let's start. So, hello Sam, it's Becky here. Hello Becky, what seems to be the problem? Well, you remember that?
And they say that she couldn't send the email.
Very good. So let's see the phrase, the exact phrase. Yes, I'm having some troubles sending emails. Very good. Let's see what does is the technical support answer. Yeah, so can you be a little bit more specific or a bit more specific? So they are analyzing, asking for details in order to find the best solution. What did he say?
Have you tried?
Perfect. Yes, this idea of knowing, yes, diagnosing the problem. Have you tried that alternative? Have you tried doing that? Have you tried? So that we know what, I mean, if it could have been another solution, but it didn't work out. Let's go on.
Yes, I have. It didn't help.
Another way to say, to ask for details.
What about?
What about resorting to your computer in Spanish? ¿Qué tal si? Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Let's see.
I've done that too. No change.
Yes, it sounds like, you know that? Sounds like, let's see.
No trains either.
Yes. Sounds like you somehow, yes, it sounds like, so it's giving this, trying to narrow the problem. So, okay, suena como que hiciste tal o tal cosa. Very good. So somehow alter the settings, todas las configuraciones on your email program. Either that, ¿sí? Ahí está dando dos posibles soluciones, o sea, dos posibles problemas que son los que están generando esta situación. Maybe she had altered the settings, or yes, could have something to do with your internet connection. Podría estar relacionado, so, with your internet connection. Very good. Let's see what she answers.
I'm not sure it's the connection. I have no.
What does she say?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yes, I'm not sure about the connection. I don't think that is the problem. So she explains a little bit more. I have no problems accessing the internet. So she may be able to watch YouTube or to watch some videos. So the problem is not the internet. So if we considering, if we are trying to narrow the problems, we say, okay, what happens next?
Problem is accessing.
So what is the phrase that he used?
In that case,
In that case, it's probably your setting. So giving some probabilities to say, okay, maybe it can be that, or maybe it can be another option. Let's see what does he say at the end of the conversation. Okay,
I'll come over.
very good. I'll come over and try to solve that and try to sort it out. Very good. Okay. So sort it out, to solve it, those are some synonyms to express that something is going to be fixed. Very good. Okay. Then we have the second dialogue. I don't know. You can see, I don't know what happened to this. So it is the same. You will have to read some part of the dialogue and then complete it. You have to drag the correct option to the correct place. So it's related to the same. Classifying this, and what we are going to do now is this one, the last one. There are some other options, some other phrases, some other expressions that we can use in order to talk about a problem or a solution, a possible solution. So let's read the 5 of them and let's classify. If we are declaring a problem, rejecting a suggestion, or accepting a suggestion, what do these expressions show? Let's do that, these 4 final minutes, and I'm going to do a final review. Okay, let's see. The first phrase, okay? First sentence. It looks like you have, I don't know, it looks like you have edited the title of the work. What does it mean? It's that, are we declaring a problem, rejecting a suggestion, making a suggestion, taking action, or accepting a suggestion?
And declaring a problem.
Yes, declaring a problem. It looks like you have forgotten to pay for the investors, I don't know, to send the bills for the investors, okay? It looks like you have done something wrong. Very good. What about number 2? Why don't you try, okay, why don't you try working, changing? What is that?
Making a
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yes, making a suggestion, okay? Try this, maybe you can try this. Why don't you try, okay? Cada vez que usemos esta estructura, why don't you try, el verbo tiene que ir con la ing, okay? So el gerundio. So why don't you try going to talk to your boss, or why don't you try talking to your colleague, okay? Very good. Number 3, yes, that could work.
Accepting a suggestion.
Yes, accepting a suggestion. Yes, that is a good idea. It could work. So I'm gonna do that. And number 4, I can see 1 or 2 problems with that idea.
That's rejecting and not suggesting.
Yes, okay. I don't consider, I consider that's not gonna be a good idea, that is not suitable for me, that is not going to solve anything. Very good. But in a very polite way, yes, de una manera muy formal. So it's polite to say, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that, but I can see 1 or 2 problems with that idea. Very good. And finally, I will get our suppliers right away.
Taking an action.
Sorry. Taking action, I will. Every time we talk about I will, it's a promise, it's a point of action that we're going to do something related to this situation. Very good. Okay, so I will upload this again, and I'm going to upload this activity on the platform so that you can complete it. Just, we have already done this, but so that I can have it online, and also because your classmates need to complete it as well. Okay? So is there anything that you can see that is not clear enough?
No, I think that it's okay.
Good. Very good. Okay. So then you will have to complete this activity, and there's gonna be another activity on Padlet. You will have to write a very short opinion, your ideas, according to the main topic of the module number 3, that is sustainability, and the problems and possible solutions for the mining impact on the environment. Okay, so today we studied a lot of phrases, terms that are going to be useful for us to use when describing a problem, and also giving some possible solutions. Okay, so I will upload it as soon as possible with all the changes. I don't know what happened to that activity. So it's gonna be useful for you to complete this, listening to the task again, and using this specific vocabulary. They have shared, they have sent the attendance list.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yes. No.
Okay. Complete it, please, so that we know that you have been here today. Okay. Whenever you did you? Okay, perfect.
Yes,
so pay attention to the platform. This activity will be uploaded there. to complete it. Also, there's gonna be a Padlet activity that you need to complete and express your opinion according to the topic of this module. And whenever, if there is any problem, just please let me know according to this, to your timetable. Yes, it's idea that you are studying. So please try to review, rewatch all the lessons. They are recorded so that you can use it. And if there is something that is not clear, please let me know
Okay.
the day that you are going to connect, so we can do a review like we did today, so that you can follow the thread of this lesson.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for being here. I hope it was a nice lesson. So it was a face-to-face, one-to-one lesson. And please complete the activities on the platform.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Annabelle. Have a nice weekend and enjoy this weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay.